Welcome to Monday. We have got a fast-paced show for you. I'm going to try and get it all done in under 11 minutes. Chris Pritchard Cycling News Show on YouTube. Terms and conditions apply. Don't sue me. This is purely entertainment, not factually correct. And first up, breaking news over the weekend. Cecile Uttrup Ludwig had a night out in Rotherham, and this was her experience meeting the Rotherham nightlife.
No. So I was like, nah, I gotta close that. And then when I closed, I was like, phew, okay, now just gotta be safe. Safe home. Yeah, we made it.
Oh, good one, Chris. Obviously, that was her on the way to winning the Tour of Scandinavia. She ended up taking the overall victory from Liana Lippert. Alexandra Manley was in third. Let's try and pronounce that. Tamara Dranova Balabolini. Neve Bradbury in fifth. There you go. There's the top 10 of it. But once again, Cecile Uttrup Ludwig nails the post-race interview.
And then when Liana attacked with 1 lap to go, I was like, holy moly, no. So I was like, nah, I gotta close that. And then when I closed, I was like, phew, okay, now just gotta be safe. Safe home. Yeah, we made it. Good.
Next up, if you don't do already, you probably do if you follow this channel, head over to Twitter, link is down in the description, and follow Benji Nyson. He's the sidekick to Lanterne Rouge. His knowledge is second to none. It's literally where I go to get all the recent and latest information. But this tweet had me laughing. I hope Malia loses the European Championships because it would be dog shit to not have a Belgian Championship jersey in the peloton all year. And he's right, it would be. But here's one thing, right? Back in the old day, not too long ago, maybe like 2005, 6, 7, it was rare that you saw the British Nationals jersey in the pro peloton. It was always won, or often won, by a pro Conti rider or a rider within the domestic scene. So you'd rarely get to see it in the pro peloton. But Cav's had it recently, Swifty's had it, Pete Kennywick's had it, and it has been beautiful and wonderful to see that outfit on display at World Tour. We saw it at the Giro with Swifty. We're now going to see it with Cav, potentially at the Vuelta, and then wherever he moves on to. And yes, I understand, if you saw the show on Friday, we didn't actually have any Cav news. I just used him as clickbait for the title. Sue me. But when he does move, I'll make sure he's in the title again and the thumbnail. Anyway, go and follow Benji. He's a barrel of laughs, full of knowledge. It's a great place to catch up on all the latest cycling news, apart from this. Transition. Next up, let's stay with the European Championships. Obviously, Benji didn't want Tim Malia to win, but the man that did end up winning was Fabio Jakobsen on what essentially was a pan-flat course around Munich. I presume it was Munich. That's where it was Munich, weren't it? Where the track European Championships have been going off the last few days. But as we can see here, it was just a full bore sprint, and you got to say, great road for it. After some of this we've seen recently of sprints and road furniture and crappy barriers. Look at the barriers here, no legs sticking out, nice wide piece of road. Boys can sprint like they're supposed to. Fabio Jakobsen took the win. Tim Malia actually ended up finishing third. Arnaud Demar was in second. Just a quick look down in 7th place. Elia Viviani finished 207.9 kilometre warm-up before jumping in his car, heading back to the makeshift 200-metre velodrome, and wins the elimination race. I don't know what that says about everybody else, but the man went on a 210 kilometre bike ride around Munich as a warm-up. Not an easy ride either. You could see how hard that race was. Yet here he is winning the elimination race in the European Championship. Imagine what everybody else felt like watching him just get to the front, boom, 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 picking them off one by one. Everyone going out the back, leaving Elia Viviani to win the European Championship. So has that ever happened before? Have we ever seen that happen before? Someone, anyone. If it's been done before, let me know down in the comments below. But that was a feat of pure excellence. Well done. Molto bene. Molto bene, Elia. Next up, it was announced over the weekend that Dan Bigham is set to target Victor Campenaert's hour record again. Next Friday, we'll see him take back to the boards for his second attempt, I believe, at the hour record. He currently holds the national hour record. Over on Cycling Weekly, you can see it there. He set a new British record, 54.723 kilometres, nearly 200 metres further than Bradley Wiggins went in 2015. Right, someone in the comments, leave a comment and let me know. Can't be altitude. Definitely not the altitude that you'd need to somewhere like La Paz or the other one in Mexico. What's it called now? Ascuascaliantes. Aguascaliantes. You know which one I mean? That one. But is the air pressure sweet as in Switzerland? Do they have a low air pressure constantly there? Because heat the velodrome up, drop the air pressure, you might get just the same advantage as if you were riding at altitude. But obviously riding at altitude saps your muscles and your oxygen depletes hugely and much quicker than it would at sea level. So is that why he's doing it? I don't know. I should do some research, I just can't be bothered. That's what you're here for. Leave your comments down below, nerds, and let me know, why is he taking part in the hour record in Gretchen, in Switzerland, rather than Aguascaliantes in Mexico, or La Paz in Colombia. Wait, Bolivia. All right, and the news we've all been waiting for. Huge news after his horrific crash, which, to be fair to him, he didn't really make too much of a meal out of on his social media. You know, like, I don't know, for instance, when someone gets a cut, they've fallen off the bike or they've tripped over and they've got a graze on the knee, they've got a graze on their elbow, they might have got a little graze on the shoulder. You've got to take a picture where you get every piece of cutting, maybe get your helmet in the background where it's just scratched a little bit. He didn't do any of that. He just accepted it was what it was, and the only pictures he had were just current updates of how he was getting on. But it's safe to say that Egan Bernal is back. He's racing, but will he be at his best? He's just been selected for the Tour of Denmark, and over on Ineos' site, listen, I just didn't have time to do a little animation, so here's what he had to say. After what happened to me in January, this has been the moment I've been waiting for. To race with my teammates again. I can't emphasise how hard the last 8 months have been for me, both physically and mentally. That day and that journey that I have been on since will be a part of me forever. It's something you never forget, man. As is the support that I've received. I have received from my family, my girlfriend, the team, the Toon, Ineos, as well as my fans. As humans, oh man, it's canny. As humans, we rely on each other in our times of need, and this year has been a time of need for me. I can't thank everyone who has been there for me. Though. Enough. That support has been invaluable, pet, in motivating me every day to work hard and be able to race, man. To all you, from the Toon, a heartfelt thank you. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's been a long Monday. But there you go. Egan Bernal is back. But this is the big question. We saw Chris Froome come back from a life-threatening injury, definitely career-threatening injury. He suffered, if you believe the conspiracy theories, he suffered some serious injuries. And he never really regained the form of past. Whether he'd already reached his prime, who knows? But Egan Bernal barely has really shown the world what he was capable of. He did it in 2019 at the Tour de France, and it looked like he was set to just go on a dominant run. Tadej Pogacar turned up, other people turned up, he's had his accident. But what I really want to see is next year's Tour de France. Egan Bernal on the form of his life. Jonas Vingegaard on the form of his life, and Tadej Pogacar. We could have 3 riders smashing 7 bells of pure shit out of each other at next year's Tour de France, and that makes me wet. But what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Are we going to see Egan Bernal back to where he is capable of being, or do you think this is essentially going to put him back to a mid-level lieutenant, a super domestique, or someone who just fades off into the ether of the world cycling world and never really performs again? Leave your comments down below and let me know. Let's call it a day there. Great work, everybody. Love the show today. Yeah, I'm just about to tell them. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you've disliked it for whatever reason, go screw yourself. I'll see you on the next one where we're talking La Vuelta.